Good morning children, welcome to the online class. Last class we have studied about the facts of irrational numbers and later you were able to do the exercise problem first main to classify rational numbers and irrational number. And in this class let us learn about the operations of taking square roots on real numbers. So you already know the word operation. So here also we are doing the operation on numbers, making use of the instrument what is called as square roots. Doing the operation, taking the numbers. Now for example, let us take the natural numbers 4, 9, 16. And do the operation square root. When I do the operation square root, I know root of 4 is equal to 2 means I can write 2 squared is equal to 4. Root 9 is equal to 3 means 3 squared is equal to 9. Root 16 is equal to 4 means 4 squared is equal to 60. Taking numbers, natural numbers, and doing the operation on it using square root. Let me extend using taking cube roots. So, cube root of 8 is equal to 2 means 2 cube is equal to 8. Cube root of 27 is equal to 3 means 3 to the power of, now tell me how can I write 3 to the power of 3 is equal to how much it is? 27. See, what is this number denotes? It denotes the order. So now let me take the order 4. 4th root of 16. The value of 4th root of 16 is 2. Means 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16. When you see the cube root, you can tell the order is 3. When you see the 4th root, you can say the order is 4. But what is the order in the square root? The order in the square root here it is 2. It is understood. So we are not writing here 2. Square root itself shows the order is 2. Now let me, after seeing all these examples, let me write the general conclusion. If A is any natural number, A is a natural number, and if A is greater than 0 and n is any positive integer, then I can write directly like this: nth root of A is equal to B means, what can I write? Means B to the power of n is equal to A. See, from these various examples, class had came to the conclusion that if A is any natural number greater than 0 and n is a positive integer, then I can write nth root of A is equal to B means what I can write? B to the power of raised to what it should be? Order B to the power of n, which is nothing but it will be equal to A. All these examples you can see is equal to 2 raised it to the power of order what is called as 3. Then I will get what is called as 8. So this is what is called as the general conclusion. Doing the operations of square root, cube root, fourth root. So the finally I will get doing the operation which means b to the power of n is nothing but it is equal to a. So nth root of a in this, what does n denotes? A denotes. A denotes radicand, or a represents radicand. What does n denotes? So n denotes order. And what does the symbol denotes? Is a radical sign. Okay, you are writing down whatever it's written above. Give the heading, write down from the beginning where I have started and come to the general conclusion. Lastly, from the general conclusion, I can write whatever the each term denotes there. A denotes, it is called as radicand. N is called as order. That symbol is called as radical sign. Now, by giving various examples, you will be able to say the order, the radicand, as well as what is called as radicand and order. For example, I will give you some examples. Cube root of 7, fifth root of 9. So if I ask you, tell me what is the radicand here? You can tell radicand is, what is the radicand? It is 7. What is the order? Order is 3. Now you are able to say the order and the radicand of this. What is the order and the radicand? The order is 5 and the radicand is 9. If you get this, this is the basic I have told. Now I will tell you some of the rules how to add and multiply, subtract or divide in the irrational numbers when the irrational numbers are given. So the next part, rules. When you add or subtract or multiply the irrational numbers, what are the rules we have to follow? When you add two irrational numbers, you add or subtract, I'll write it, okay? When you add or subtract irrational numbers, what are the rules you have to keep in your mind? You can't add all the irrational numbers, whatever it is given. One is order should be same. Second one, order, not only order, radicand also should be same. This is you have to keep in mind while adding. While multiplying, one thing you can keep. This is addition. When you multiply, only thing when we multiply, order should be same. Any radicands inside, but order should be same. I will show you with some examples. they give add root 2 and root 3. Tell me what will be the answer. First, to tell the answer also, first you have to check. First let me check to write the answer. I'll write the solution part first. To add, first I have to see order is same. Here the order is 2, here also the order is 2. So order should be same. That is follow. What's the next? Radicand should be same. Is there radicand same here? No. So you cannot add. What's the answer I am supposed to write is root 2 plus root. As it is, you can like this. Now, if they ask me to add, first I know to check whether order is same, radicand 2, we are also radicand 2, now I can add. So I will add here 3 root 2 plus 4 root 2. See, while adding, you should keep in your mind only the coefficient should be added. That is 4 plus 3, 7. This part is to be written as it is. Did you get how to add? Order should be same. Radicand should be same. After that, you should not add inside radicand 2 plus 2, 4. What you have to do is, you have to add the coefficients. 3 plus 4, it is 7. Now, one more example I will show you. That is, tell me what is the answer for this. So again you have to check it. Order should be same and radicand should be same. Here 2, radicand is same. Is the order is same here? No. So what the answer I can write when I am not able to write the answer, when I am not able to add it, I have to write as it is. So root 2 plus cube root 2. Then you are supposed to always learn to underline the answer. This is how you add. This is simple basic thing I have shown you. Later we will go for the simplification of the problems what he has given in the text. And show you the multiplication. Multiply. The same examples which have taken for the addition. Root 2 and root 3. Root 2 into root 3. For the multiplication, the rule is order should be same. See, the check out order is same. Then I can write 2 into 3 is 6. Okay. The only thing they ask there is the order should be same. The second example. Now you become more perfect by doing many examples of the exercise like this. 3 root 2 into 4. Okay. Have to multiply the coefficients first. 3 5s are 50. 2 into 2, how much it is? 4. Over now one step. One more step we can do this for this problem. But tell me now. Yes? For root 4 there is value. What's that value? It is 2 into 2 is equal to how much? This is the way how you have to add and multiply. After knowing all these basic things, now I'll give you some identities of square roots. You know what is an identity? In 8th standards you have learnt identities like a plus b whole squared, a minus b whole squared, x plus a into x plus b. What's an identity, children? Identities are nothing but the statement which are true for all the values of unknowns. So knowing this you have learnt I think in last year 4 identities. Same way there are identities in square roots also. So you can see that in the page number in your text. Page number 21, last para, first line. Some identities, you have to give the heading, some, after copying all this, give the heading, some identities relating to square roots. Then come down, it is given, let A and B be positive real numbers. Then, how many identities he has given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just write down once. What's the first identity he has given? Root AB is equal to root A into root B. Later I will show you with the examples also. First let us write down the identities. How many identities he has given is 6. Hope you got this now, how to add and multiply. I'll just write the identities first. In the next class, I'll solve the problems on the identities of square roots. First write root AB. This also can be written as root A. This is nothing but here A into B. This has been expanded as root A into root B. Tell me if it is in the division form, how can you write root A by B? This you can write if you split that root A by B. Correct? Second identity. And third identity, if you go, what's the third identity he has given there is root A plus root B into root A minus root B. You know this is of the form A plus B into A minus B. What is A plus B into A minus B? It is A squared. Means root A whole square. A minus B. In the place of A, what is there is root A. In the place of B, what is there is B. Root A into root A, it is nothing but it is A. Root B into root B is nothing but B. So the third identity is root A plus root B into root A minus root B is nothing but what you get is A minus B. One example I will show for this. Example for the third identity. Root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root. If it is given like this, you know you have studied A plus B into A minus B is equal to the identity what you have learned is A squared minus B squared. I'll write the problem. Root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root 2 is equal to, what's in the place of A? In the place of A, if you compare, it is root 3 whole square minus, what's in the place of B? It is root 2. So it is root 2 whole square. Root 3 into root 3, if you multiply, how much you will get? 9. Root 2 into root 2, if you multiply, how much you will get? 4. That is nothing but root 9 is 3. Root 4 is 2. That is what written here. Root A plus root B into root A minus root B is nothing but A minus B. Same way, root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root 2 is nothing but A minus B. The final answer what you will get is 1. This is how you make the use of identity of square roots. This is an example for the third one. What I have multiplied with the example, what is called as the identity A plus B into A minus B. Similarly, you have 3 more identities. A plus root B into A minus root B is equal to what? It is equal to A squared minus B. What's the fourth identity is root b into a minus root b. Yes, given it is equal to a square minus b. Correct? Let me make use of our identity what we have learned last year. A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. I'll write this problem. Now here the identity a plus root b into a minus root b is equal to, in place of a what is there, you have to compare the problem with this a only, so a whole square, but in the place of b what is there is root b, so root b, a into a, you all know it is a square, root b into root b, it is root b square, so root b, adjusted like this, so that you can understand, root b into root b, nothing but root b whole square, so that is equal to a square minus, this is understood, I have to multiply twice, so it becomes root b square, this is equal to a square minus b. So again I have to repeat, a plus root b into, yes, given the identity I have written down, but how it came, so we will make use of our identity, which is that identity a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. I compare with the problem what the identity they have given. In the place of a it is a only, but is in the place of b what is the root b. So in the place of a I have written a, in the place of b what I have to write is root b whole square. A into a is a square, root b means it is root b whole square. Root b whole square means root b into root b, it is b square. So 2 and root this cancel and what we get is b. So it is nothing but a square minus b. Similarly, you have two more identities, that is root a plus root b into root c plus root d is equal to root of ac plus root of ad plus root of bc plus root of bd. And sixth identity is root a plus root b whole square is equal to a plus 2 root ab plus b. Now I have to show you fifth and sixth identity. So what's the fifth and sixth identities? Fifth identity, root a plus root b into root c plus root d is given as, you can see, you know to multiply the binomial expressions, no children? Same way, orders are same. So a into c is ac plus a into d is ad plus b into c is bc plus b into d is b. This is what? Fifth identity. The last identity he has given, root a plus root b whole square is equal to a plus 2 root ab plus b. Then how, which identity it resembles? Last year I studied 4 identities, no? So it is a plus b whole square. 2 terms, binomial expression with the whole square. What's this identity? A plus b whole square. It is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I write this square root identity, root a plus root b whole square. What is a means? Here it is root a plus 2 into. A means here root a, b means b plus root b. This is equal to a, root a you have to multiply twice. Root a whole square. So root a is times it is understood you have to multiply root 8 twice. I'll just show you how to multiply root 8 into root 8. Whole square means twice you have to multiply. A into a square. 2 and this root cancels. What is answer is a. So I can write here it as a. Yes. When the orders are same, you can multiply to root ab. Yes. Root b whole square. Root b whole square means I can write it as root b into root b. B into b is nothing but 2. This is the last identity. Hope you got all the identities. Using these identities, we are supposed to solve the problems for the exercise. Let us see that in my next class. Thank you, children.